when an organization wants to use AI responsibly, the number one thing that pops up right away is that AI is basically an accelerator for how your data security program should already be applied. What I mean by that is when you're a CISO, right, and you care about your data security program to a certain extent, now there's suddenly this amazing technology that can mine your data in the best way possible, which is huge for productivity. But it's also a very, very, very big risk from security because it basically underlines it really emphasizes the where your data security is not tied up, right? Correctly set up. So in the sense, let's take an example. There might be in an organization, any organization, right? Sometimes people would have maybe a public document to the internet, or maybe a document that is shared with everyone in the organization that has salaries of employees, right? Or something like that. Obviously sensitive data, but nowadays it's not really an issue because if you don't have the link to that document, people don't really notice that it exists. But suddenly, now that there's this thing called AI, and you activate it, and it goes and indexes all of your corporate organization according to the permission map and the access governance that you set up originally, right? Which you should have done that correctly.
Right.
Now, suddenly, every attacker can ask a bunch of very, very simple questions like, give me all the salaries of people in the organization, right? A very simple question. You can ask 100 questions like that. And your AI agents will just directly go and collect that information from everywhere around the organization. And that would be an immediate threat to the organization just because someone enabled Copilot, right?
Right.